So, after a grueling night at the bench, I have just gotten through the fun, joyous step 7 of the Trumpeter SCUD build. Let's take a look at this. So, we looked at this recently when I was building up these suspension components, and it's even more fun when you get to actually install them into the frame. So, just as an example here, if you look very, very closely here at part B8, when you look at these on the sprues, and when you take them off the sprues, clean them up, blah, 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 it looks the same on the top and the bottom. But if you look very, very closely here, one side has a little longer, larger bar. And if you install them backwards, you are SOL when it comes time to getting good wheel alignment and hub alignment on the frame. So thank God these control arms all clip in, and thank God these parts B8 clip in, because I got to do a lot of unsnapping and resnapping tonight. Good news is, hey, look at this. We have 8 wheels on the ground. Now some of these still have to be angled properly. I see one in the back there. It looks like it's not sitting on the flat portion exactly. That is totally user error. Just me being lazy. These are not glued in any way, shape, or form. But if you look, the frame has articulation. The suspension can move. And the tires stay in place. So, good news for all of you who are contemplating building this wonderfully complex kit. It is doable to get all 8 wheels on the ground and not kill yourself with frustration. So, to take a quick look at what is involved here, let's pop this puppy off. So right up here we've got the articulating wheel mount. There will be a tie rod that connects to that little bit right there. Might help if I got something better to point with than my finger here. So this little bit will be mounted to a tie rod that will run through the frame hole there, all the way to the other side where it will connect to another one. Same for this one here, etc. on back. These arms clip into these spots here on the frame and also kind of link into this. And then, it's hard to see here, but you've got a little tiny axle shaft, drive shaft thing that runs through the frame and into the differential. Now, these are fun and not the easiest things to really get clipped in well. Good news is they do clip in, and they do pretty much ensure that these things sit properly. I had some fun with the back wheels here with the with those drive shaft, axle shaft, whatever you want to call them, alignments, and had to redo several of these several times because the instructions, again, are vague. But good news is, again, all 8 wheels on the ground and just enough limited articulation here to really get the job done. So, kudos to you, Trumpeter, for actually putting together a nice workable suspension for the SCUD and keeping everybody from tearing their hair out trying to get 8 wheels on the ground.